We're now going to turn over to Wayne. Wayne, who announced at our district conference to the presidents and the president-elects about his Great Ontario Fishing Raffle. It's taken a little longer, I think, than he thought to get it off the ground, but we're happy to say that it is now for real. So Wayne, take it away.
Can everyone see this screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Good evening, District Governor Steve, fellow Rotarians. I am only one of two. Gary Kopp is also my co-chair, and he will be explaining some of this as we go through. Now, I will have my screen minimized for pictures. We will answer questions at the end. So I apologize if I don't recognize your facial gestures. Okay, to start off with, this here is what it looks like. Rotary's Great Ontario Fishing Raffle. What does it mean? It means that we're giving away a $85,000 dream package, and it includes a brand new fish and ski boat, a 20-footer with a high-powered outboard motor, has a drive-on trailer package, and it does come with mooring and roof. Your licensing, everything's included. You pick it up, hook it on the back of your vehicle, and off to the races. So it's $85,000. We'll give that away on June 25th. Now this prize, I like the boat myself, but I really like this one. This here is a fishing adventure. Now what we did with this is we have two of them for the same winner. This year they get to do a 7-day fly-in for two to Marmark Lodge, and it's worth about $5,000. It comes with a guide and all your lodging and your food and everything else, and you fly into the lodge. The second one is for the following year, and that there is a 7-day drive-in fishing package at Advances Fishing Resort for two. Now this is in the 2023 season, and it's about $5,000 value. We tried to settle on one, but there's so many great things to go to. So the winner gets two packages, the gift that keeps on giving. And then of course, you have to have your early bird. Your early bird draw is on May 7th. And there we're giving away a 5,000 Canadian Dream Swift canoe. For those who don't know what a Swift canoe is, it is probably one, it's made out of Kevlar fusion type, Kevlar fusion. And it is light, fast, 16 foot, and it comes with Canadian flags and everything else, the Canadian logos. All of the prizes we're doing are either sold, manufactured, or assembled in Ontario. We didn't go outside the province or the country to get things. So, next question is how much does a ticket cost? Well, really straightforward. Ticket price is $30 for one ticket or $4 for 100. Now, here's the kicker though. We only have 16,500 tickets available. We project about a 200,000 net profit to be shared with all the participating Rotary clubs. And the money will be handed out based on ticket sales percentages. So example, if a club sells 10% of the tickets, they will receive 10% of the net profit. So in this case, it would be 20,000. Let's say you only sold 1% of the tickets, you're still going to make $2,000. Now, the fear is at all clubs, oh, do we mean we have to go out and sell tickets? No, everything is done online. There's no selling, standing at the street corner, nothing like that. We have hired a marketing company to do a 16-week campaign, which will include radio advertising, television, social media, the social media channels. It's beyond my comprehension. And of course, we're going to have posters everywhere. We have hired 360 Marketing, and they're going to take care of all that. Now, this is being done across Ontario. It isn't just in Barrie or just in Gravenhurst. It's all across. Then we weren't satisfied with that. We then turned around and engaged Raffle Box. And their mission is they are the Alcohol and Gaming Commission approved, and they get to do the following for us. They set up the ticket purchasing site. So there's going to be a ULR set up, and you just click on that and you'll be able to buy tickets, and they'll be able to track the club sales. So when you buy a ticket, as long as the ticket seller, they have to click one of the boxes as to which club they're supporting. And then, of course, they will also do the random draw with those random draw machines or whatever, all online. And they are Facebook ad approved. Andrew knows what I'm talking about. You have to be approved for gambling to be able to do Facebook ads. These guys already have it, and they'll be doing a couple $1,000 of Facebook ads. And then, of course, we got Legend Boats. For those who don't know what Legend is, it's probably one of the largest Ontario boat assembly brands in Ontario. And by the map there, these are all their different locations they have. Now, if you're in Quebec, you can't buy a ticket, but we've just listed how wide they are. But it's all the Ontario dealerships will get some kind of promotion. And they all have the X20 in stock. So we'll be able to put a poster on that so people can see what the X20 looks like. And then, of course, we've got Swift Canoe. Their mission is they don't have as many outlets, but they do a lot of trade shows. He does a lot of demonstrations. And wherever they are, they're going to promote us, and they have the boat. So that way there, we'll get a little bit of promotion there. And of course, we're still going to have in the retail outlets some kind of signage. Now, and I hope I'm not going too fast, but a lot of people came, and of course, we got a lot of flack on this. How successful are these raffles? It's been a big deal. Like, how are you going to sell all these tickets and everything else? So when we were building this, we looked at the lotteries that are successful and what they did. So I look at the Princess Margaret. Everybody knows that. They sell 230,000 tickets at $100 each, and they sell out quickly. The different ones we have on here, they're all anywhere from $100 a piece. Some of them are 6 for $100, but they're all selling way more tickets than us. Way more. Even the Kinsmen are selling 45,000 tickets, and it's a 3-pack for $250, and they're all sold out. So we feel with all the marketing that we're going to be paying for, plus with the clubs, which Gary will go into and explain on exactly how the marketing is going to happen. Now, Gary, if you want to take over. Did I lose Gary?
Is he still on the call?
I don't know what happened. Oh, Gary coughed.
Gary's muted. Gary, if you unmute.
I am attempting to unmute. I'm just having a little trouble with my mouth. So one moment, please.
Okay,
Is
Gary.
that mouse or mouth?
He was unmuted.
There we go. I am fine now. I am
You're muted again, Gary.
Sorry, Gary, that might have been me.
Oh,
Okay, you're good.
Thanks for the help. Okay, I'm unmuted and I'm ready to go. Before we go much further, I'd like to recap just a little bit from what you've gone through so far. We are going to raise a lot of money if we sell 16,500 tickets. Somewhere up as far as $495,000. That's more than enough money to cover the expenses that we're going to incur as part of this project. But the funds that we're raising isn't the only thing that we're trying to do with this project. We're trying to promote Rotary as well, and the communities that we live in by promoting Rotary and the business within them. So it's a two-pronged event. We're demonstrating that we can raise funds, and we're improving the visibility of Rotary throughout the region. We have great prizes. We have a solid multi-channel marketing program run by professionals. So all in all, we're in pretty good shape, I think, to move forward. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of what needs to happen, I want you to take a very close look at the poster on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen that's in front of you. On that screen, you're going to see very vivid pictures of the prizes that are available. You're going to see a QR code in the middle of the page with a URL below it. And for those of you who don't know about QR codes, you point your phone at it and it takes you to the website. And that website will be the ticketing window for you to buy your tickets. Below that, you're going to see all of the necessary where, what, when, how information for those people who like to read rules. More importantly, to the left of that, you're going to see a listing of all the Rotary clubs in the district. All of those have the opportunity to become participants in this raffle. And when they register to become a participant, their name goes on this poster in this location. So when you are placing these large posters in your area, you're going to be telling the people there that your club is involved in this, and next to that will be your charity of choice. So you have the opportunity to make this a very local promotion, not strictly the RVH down in Barrie, but whatever project is near and dear to your hearts and those of the people in your community. It's important to us that you understand that you and your clubs are part of the Ontario we're trying to promote. We will provide 10 large 22 by 42 inch movie size posters and 100 11 by 7 inch localized posters to all registered clubs. We will be asking you to use these posters to sell 10 or more local sponsorships at a cost of $100 each. Now that's the approximate cost of a dinner ticket. In return, your sponsors will have their logo information placed in a sponsor window on the 11 by 17 localized posters. 50% of these sponsor dollars will be returned to your club. I'll come back to that in a moment, but the balance will be used to offset the printing and logistic costs. Your total investment for the registration and for participation in this raffle as a club is $250 max. And if you sell 10 sponsorships, you will receive $500 back from the raffle. For those of you who haven't done the math in your heads yet, you could be $250 ahead not having sold a ticket yet. So in terms of risk for the clubs in the district, it's net zero with a possibility of a plus 250. So no risk, lots of income. How do you get involved? First thing you need to do is identify a single computer savvy liaison person for your club. This is the contact point for you and our raffle team. Choose your charity of choice. Once again, one that is near and dear to the hearts of your club members and your community. Grab your credit card, go to your computer, log on to greatontarioraffle.ca. That is our raffle URL. Click on registration and you're on your way. Don't do that until after February the 14th because that's when the website will go live. So now you're in. What are you going to be asked to do? You're going to be asked to locate a printer who can print the logos on your 11 by 17 posters. So you'll remember that large poster that was quite small on the screen, but the 22 by 42 inch poster that we saw earlier, that is the large one that goes in your sponsor's location. The 11 by 17s will have a similar format. They will not have the clubs listed, but in that same area, you will have a whited out area where you will be able to print the logos locally of the people that you have sold sponsorships to. How are you going to do that? Well, you're going to, having sold the promotion, you're going to send the money that you gather from your sponsorships along with the logos from your sponsors down to us, provide it to your liaison through to our team liaison. They will create all of the logos, put them into a zip drive and send that back to you by electronically, and you'll be able to take that to a local printer and have them print on the 11 by 17 posters that we provided you. So you've located your printer, you're selling or have sold your 100 sponsorships. You get the money from the logos from your sponsors and forward them to the Raffle team liaison. You promote tickets by locating, hanging, placing the 10 movie posters at your sponsors. You locate, hang, or place the 100 11 by 17 posters anywhere you can. You add the Raffle banner to your club website along with the QR code and the URL address so that people can go to your website, click and buy. You add the same to your business website and correspondence if you so choose. You take a picture of the QR code, you keep it on your phone. That's all you'll need to share if someone you know expresses an interest in the ticket. They point their phone at the picture on your phone and away they go and they're able to buy. So that's as simple as it is. No risk, no selling of tickets individually, just promotion of Rotary and your and your particular event, charity of choice, and you're there. So let us help you support your local community. Let's all work together, use the power of Rotary in the district. Come and join our team.
That's terrific, Gary. And Wayne, that's I think this is a great initiative. And so we'll have a few minutes for some questions. And if anybody's got any questions.
Steve, yes, please. There's an awful lot of information there, and I think it's an amazing idea. I would like to communicate it to my clubs. A lot of information. What's the easy way to communicate it to each of my 7 clubs?
What we're going to do is create this PowerPoint. We will do a voiceover on it. And then you can just take that and present it.
Is there something that I can forward to the clubs?
Yes.
Or am I going to have to do that presentation myself?
No, we'll do the voiceover. So you'll just press play, or they will press play, and you'll hear my cheerful voice and the old guy Gary's voice explain things. And no, but all kidding aside, yeah, we'll do all that. District Governor Steve is going to be inviting all the clubs to a special online meeting. So, and we will do this presentation, and we will do it to any club and answer any questions that they need to get on board.
Yeah, over and above Steve's invitation, it's going to need us as AGs to push the club. So I welcome all of what you're saying, Wayne, and I look forward to Steve, whatever you can help us with.
Yeah, it's really a two-pronged approach, Peter. Is one, we'll have an open information session, similar to what Wayne and Gary have gone through tonight, that'll be available, and then we'll invite all the clubs to participate in. But then that session or a separate session will be recorded and available for clubs to to view on their own time if they're not attending the information session. And I think that's going to happen fairly soon, Wayne, if you're sort of talking about a February 14th sort of launching the website, and with a May draw, you'll want to start to promote this and get tickets out there fairly soon.
I totally agree, and that's why we're presenting to our club tomorrow. We've created this PowerPoint, and we will get that up. And yeah, it'll go.
But the biggest advantage for clubs, Peter, is the point that you raised with respect to the Corvette draw, where there's a big risk involved. There's no risk. There's a $250 risk for a club to get involved in this, and then they're likely going to get that and more back just from selling the sponsorships and things like that. So there is no risk for a club to get involved.
Sounds good, but there's a very short time frame here. So Wayne, is there any chance of extending that deadline beyond the 14th?
No.
Well, our issue is we got to print the movie-sized posters that lists all the clubs. We will have a couple days grace, but no, we're going to be pretty hard on those dates. So we'll get this out, and I will send anyone who wants this PowerPoint, I can send it out tonight to you.
Okay.
I can just add that the 14th is when the website opens up. However, the 8 to 16 week program, the marketing program, starts at the beginning of March. So we have allowed time to go through the process of onboarding the clubs and getting the stuff printed and getting it back out and all that organizational stuff. Love to start selling tickets on the 14th. If you've got people who want to buy, giddy up, go. But there is time to do the necessary things that have to be done before we get into the promotion part of it. So, and that isn't an arbitrary number. We talked to several of the vendors who do the collections and also the marketing people that we interviewed, and they are talking, 8 to 16 weeks is a standard program for them. It's running year-long things as 50-50 draws. It's not for this kind of raffle.
So it's really March the 1st is kind of the kickoff from a marketing perspective, really. So yeah, so there's lots of time for clubs to start.
Please don't say that. Rotarians always do it at the last moment. Let's like 14th, 16th of February.
Absolutely.
So one of the questions as membership director that's really important to me is I'm always looking for systematic. So, so we've got this fabulous poster, we got all this visibility there. How do we close the deal at turning that into new members? So how do we have that in the poster? Join us maybe at the bottom, maybe that little corner there I saw where it was a little blank, and have the link to have them go to RI, whatever that link is, to look at signing up to be a member, be part of this, be part of People in Action, right?
So that means district's going to have to give us some money and pay a registration fee. No, this is the key thing. We own the email list that gets produced from all these ticket sales. Then we will turn around and we can promote local events, based on the email address, the addresses. We can also send Join Rotary, other pieces. Our mission with this right now is to sell tickets and to make sure that we're recognized wherever, around the area. And we want the clubs to be able to work together. Now, we're not tramping on any club's ideas. We're one group, being district, and the Rotary Club of Barrie has sponsored it all because, again, you need money to do this. But, it's a share and share alike project, and we will promote membership as time goes on.
Steve, who would you be inviting to this meeting that you're going to have with the clubs?
Well, that's an excellent question. Who do you think is the best? We could certainly invite presidents, we can invite president-elects, we can, anybody who's, but you see, we don't know who a fundraising chair is in each club because that's not typically listed as a position in Club Runner. Or we can always send it out to every Rotarian in the district as well. So,
I would suggest you send it to everyone.
okay, well, we'll do that then.
My suggestion is send it to everybody and then follow up with another one to presidents and president-elect.
Include secretaries.
Yeah, because secretaries do all the work. We know that.
Absolutely.
What, is Porter
Okay.
online?
Okay, that's good. Is that a question? Carol, do you have a Carol? Carol, question?
I do. I just noted that when you showed the scan of where things would be promoted, that there were places in Quebec and places in New Brunswick, Fredericton, my hometown. If you're selling tickets in Ontario, you can only sell in Ontario. And even,
Yeah, I think,
I know I was out east this summer and wanted to buy a 50/50 ticket at RY. It asks you where you are when you're on your computer, and it'll only let you buy if you're in the province of Ontario. So just
Yeah,
something to consider.
but they're not going to promote, that's the Legend Boats facilities, but Wayne said they're only going to promote them in Ontario.
In
So
Ontario.
they're not the Legend facilities outside of the province.
All good.
We just wanted to give you the picture of how large Legend was.
Seen.
Okay.
Supplemental question. If you have everyone's contacted, because that's one thing we have with the Corvette draw as well, is a database of people who bought tickets in the past. So when we fire up our Rotary, we send out emails saying Corvette lottery is going on, you've supported us in the past. If we hook into this, will they also get something from you so that they start to get some fatigue from Rotary?
If they bought from I don't have the list from the Corvette sales. I don't.
Understood.
So you're sending them out and saying, geez, thank you for participating in the Corvette draw. Here's another draw that might interest you. You can take your car down to the water and jump into a new boat.
I like it. Thanks.
Steve, do you have a date in mind for doing the general session? I know the clock is ticking. It's February the 2nd.
Yeah.
And,
well, it's whenever I'll coordinate that with Wayne and Gary, and
Yeah, okay.
but whenever they're ready to do it, we'll send it out. So
okay.
okay.